Alrighty, hello everybody. We're live. Sorry for the longer introduction. I wanted to make sure that I got my team rare candied up, and we just finished rare candying them up. You probably heard me doing it in the background with the music, but everyone is up to level 69 now. I'm actually gonna make sure I take this experience share off of Ted because Ted does not need it now. But let's go ahead and do. We did have some changes that have happened between this stream and the previous one in terms of deaths on the squad. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to list them off by their pairs, of course. We have ourselves our shiny Houndoom. This was our Lake of Rage shiny Gyarados encounter that we got a little while ago, but it's here at level 69. It's got a okay ability in Rockhead. Its nature's pretty good for it. I would have preferred it to be defense down, because we're already kind of paper frail as it is. So I don't know what items I'm gonna want to give. I'm gonna probably look into that after we do our team recap here. But Blue Flame's got Flamethrower, Crunch, Nasty Plot, Feint Attack. My goal is to look at my TMs and hope that I can put some newer moves on Houndoom here, some more special attacks, because us only having Flamethrower is like, it's good because we need the fire type move, but like we need a little bit more. I mean, I don't think we're learning Dark Pulse by level up normally, so we have to get lucky and come across it as a TM in this game, and it'd be a TM we can actually learn. So Blue Flame is paired up to I see. This is how this stream is going to be, huh? Blue Flame is paired up to our Pure Power Rhyperior. This thing is going to be fun to use, hopefully, and hopefully I get to use it a lot. It's here at level 69 as well, like I said, Pure Power, so it basically has an attack stat of 410 right now, which is absolutely nuts. Rhyperior already has a huge base attack, base attack of 140, I believe, so this thing's going to be an absolute unit. It's got the moveset of Mega Horn, Earthquake, Hammer Arm, and Rock Blast. My hope is that we can get our hands on putting Shadow Sneak on this thing instead of Mega Horn, because the thing is with Mega Horn is super effective against Dark, Psychic, and Grass. I believe that's all the stuff that Bug is super effective against. And because of that, I'm going to try to multitask here, but because of that, the hope is with the Rhyperior, if I do get it Shadow Sneak, it's still going to be super effective against Psychic. I already have coverage for Dark with Hammer Arm, but not only those two factors, I'm probably against a Grass type. That's probably something that isn't going to happen with this guy, because as you can see, our special defense is very, very low. Very, very low. And I just don't want to risk it. So I'm probably going to try to get a Quick Claw equipped onto this Rhyperior in the hopes that everything goes swimmingly. But yeah, Pure Power Rhyperior. It'll be good, especially for physical defense. We needed it to eat some physical hits. Our next pair is going to be Pearl the Slowbro. We saw Pearl in the previous stream. She was doing her thing. Level 69. It's got Gluttony, which is okay, but it's got Mystic Water on it as well. I think I got a couple of leftovers, if I remember correctly, from the Celadon department store. So I might put the leftovers on Pearl instead of a Mystic Water. And I'm not sure, but Amnesia, Yawn, Psychic Surf. Pretty good moveset right now. And Pearl's new partner is Ted the Ursaring with Swarm. Ted's moveset is okay for right now. I want to see if I can take advantage of some of the TMs that I have. But Hammer Arm, it seems like everybody has Hammer Arm. Fake Tears, Strength, Feint Attack, not a bad moveset. If I can get a physical bug move, we might be able to take advantage of Swarm, which would be nice. And then, of course, we got they're basically the OG pair, and even then, Salamence isn't that OG, but it's one of the two Mons that has survived since Johto, so we're going to kind of call it the OG pair. But we got Godzilla here at level 69, holding the expert belt. It's got the same moveset it's always had. Crunch, Fire Punch, Rock Slide, Earthquake. This thing has been so wonderful for us. It's crazy how much help T-Tar has been to us across multiple series now. Whether it's Teresa or Godzilla in this case, Tyranitar has really pseudo with how clutch it's been. But it wouldn't be on the team if it wasn't with Diana, the Salamence, Choice Band, Dragon Claws, and Headbutt, Crunch, Fly. We know how good Choice Band Salamence is. This thing has been helpful, and never would I have imagined that using Fly on a Salamence would be this nice for us. I know it's Gen 4, so there's not really a whole lot better in terms of actual flying type moves, but it has been very, very nice to us. So as far as items go, I think, like I said, I've scooped up a couple of leftovers. I did. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and throw leftovers on Pearl, because I think that's the smart thing to do here. With Ted... With Ted, I'm on the fence of either going... Because I'm pretty sure I have a second Choice Band. Or I could be wrong. Yeah, I might be wrong, actually. Yeah, I'm probably wrong here. I think we'll go... I think we'll give it the leftovers as well. I know Earthstring isn't the bulkiest in the world, but I think Expert Belt on Houndoom. Because I could Choice Specs Houndoom. Because I'm probably not sending it in as a Dark type. Actually, yeah, you know what? I just convinced myself there. We're going to give our Houndoom the Choice Specs. I know we have Nasty Plot on our moveset, but like... I think for Dark typing, just because we don't have Dark Pulse, I think we're going to go about it like this. And then Rhyperior is going to get the Quick Claw, because if we outspeed something, we're more than likely killing it. Because we have just, like I said, we have such a high physical attack stat, and we're pure power, like absolute unit. There was a small part of me too that was going to teach Rhyperior Rock Wrecker, and I ultimately went against it. So okay, so he can't learn Shadow, or she can't learn Shadow Sneak, which is unfortunate. Oh man. Okay, I could teach a Crunch. I'm pretty sure, because Crunch is it over? Isn't it over? No, I can't. But I can teach Ted Crunch instead of Feint Attack. I'll think about that. Got Submission, Gunk Shot. I mean, Grass isn't really going to be that big of a problem for this team, I don't think. Nobody can learn it anyways. I don't know what that TM number is randomized to. We got Magnitude. Twin Needle is base 25. Magnitude, we could potentially take advantage of. What about Metal Claw? Ted could learn Metal Claw. I think just for type diversity, I know it's base 50, but Ursaring has a good attack stat, and we have Fake Tears, which we're never going to click because we don't have any special attacks. Oh, you know what? I just remembered we have Swarm, so maybe, just maybe, even though I'm pretty sure this is over the TM for Psychic. Yeah, Pearl's the only one that can learn it. There was a chance. There was a chance. Rock Tomb. Ooh. If Rhyperior could learn this, it could be massive. Because Rock Blast is 90 accuracy, whereas Rock Tomb is 95. I think we go Rock Tomb instead. I know it's base 60, but to be honest, I think that's still going to be enough to kill a lot of things on this. A lot of things in front of us. We could give this to Houndoom. Because I know it's over Fire Blast, so this could be really good. It's good for type coverage, I'll say. And I'm going to get rid of Crunch. I'm going to keep Feint Attack just on the off chance we run into something that is like raising its evasiveness. We don't want to constantly miss moves. Do we try learning Power? Nobody can learn Power Whip. I don't know what the TM33 is off the top of my head. I want to say it's Reflect. I want to say it's Reflect, but I am not entirely sure. Power Gem. Pearl can learn that, which Pearl doesn't really need. Signal Beam we may be able to take advantage of. No. What about Ice Beam? Ooh, wait, this is actually big. If I give Pearl Ice Beam, I'm probably getting rid of Amnesia, right? Yeah. Because what is Pearl holding? Pearl's holding Leftovers. Amnesia would be good, but Calm Mind would be better. Then high critical hit ratio. Godzilla or Blue Flame can learn that. What other teams do I have? Swagger and Grass Knot. Okay. I don't think we need to learn any of those moves. Let's go ahead and get a move on. We're going to be fighting all the trainers that are on the Cycling Road, and then the long line of trainers that stretch from Lavender all the way down to Fuchsia as well, because, well, basically, and I think there's no better time to let our new team members come out and do stuff than right now, really. I just have to be careful, especially with the Rhyperior and going for Earthquake, because if I'm in a double battle situation, he realistically could kill anything on our team with Earthquake. It's a flying type, but... Oh, my bad. I wish this was like the older games where it's like if I walk past him, it just automatically threw me on my bike. And wasn't like, whoa, what are you doing? Alright, Route 17. We're going to get our first encounter, which I don't know if we need to pair anything up with anybody. We got a Bulbasaur here. I think anything we go for is going to kill it, so... Yeah, I think all of our moves are going to kill it. I'm going to throw a quick ball at it and just hope that we catch it on the first try. Damn, no shakes. No shakes is actually kind of crazy. I could throw a nest ball at it. But if a quick ball didn't even shake, I don't even know if a nest ball is going to shake. Okay, I got 2 shakes out of it. Worry Seed. I'm gonna go Pearl. I'm gonna Yawn. Go Pearl, and we're gonna Yawn. It's got Double Edge. Which is growth, attack, and special attack in this? Because I know I randomized it to be updated for Generation 9, like base power for moves. So I don't know if growth is updated to do attack and special attack. I'd imagine it would be, but I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go for Bulbasaur. What do we want to name this? You know what? Let's name it Onion. I know this is kind of a name stealing because Wes is doing a Pokemon Luminescent Platinum series, a live stream series now, and he named his Bulbasaur in that. I think somebody suggested the name Onion, so we're gonna go ahead and name the same thing because typically I name them Thickums. I would like to come up with a few, better creative nicknames for the starters, because like Lizardo for Charizard, I'm okay with. Comex for Blastoise is kind of timeless as well, but like for Venusaur, I feel like I need a better name. Okay, good damage though with that feint attack. Oh, that's tragic. That boy had a black sludge on him. Alright, so what we're going to do, especially with the cycling road, is we're going to go down one side first, battle all the people there, and then we're going to go back up the other side, battle all the people on the other side, and then we'll move forward. Flygon, level 54. Yeah, we're going to be high level compared to hopefully all the trainer battles we do today. Outside of maybe Janine's gym. I would love to get Rhyperior in for some action, though. I'm super excited to use Rhyperior. Not necessarily because of the fact... Well, one of the reasons is because it does have pure power, but... because it is something that I have not used on a team, I feel like, in ages. And I feel like Rhyperior gets a lot of hate because a lot of people think its design is like and probably because it evolves from Rhydon and it's like, oh, we didn't need an evolution. And then the fact that it has a lot of weaknesses as well, but I like it. Also, did I give Ted the leftovers, or am I stupid? Because I gave Houndoom Choice Specs. No, you know what? I probably gave Ted Expert Belt, right? Yeah. I was going to say, I thought I had leftovers on him for some reason. Alright, and then we're going to do this as a double battle. So I've been trying to figure out what I want to do as our next live stream series after this game, because we're slowly... They have the same fucking name. What the hell? Shiny Houndoom's back sprite looks fucking sick in this game. So that's what I'm going to say about that first. But I'm trying to think about what I want to do for our next series after this, because we still are doing Scarlet and Violet with Mr. Brown. And we still have Rejuvenation going on as well, which both those are obviously video series. So I'd like to have another streaming series, because I've enjoyed doing the live stream series for Pokemon games. It makes going back through for the death montages a little bit much, just because I have to sit around and wait to download the streams to find where the death montage, or where something dies on stream. So that's where it can be a little bit tedious, but really when it comes to like progression and whatnot, it's not too bad, especially because when I do my recording sessions, so like what I do for recording sessions especially is I try to complete like a chapter in Rejuvenation, because the chapters usually follow like the gyms. So like typically, like if I play a normal or a standard Pokemon game, I try to do a gym in a recording session because it's the easiest way to be like, okay, this is going to take me like no time at all, or this is going to take me this amount of time, whatever the case might be. That's why some of the streams, especially in Kanto, have been shorter, because the way I wanted to go about doing Kanto for this was as if you were playing Kanto on like Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire, Red, Leaf, Green, or Let's Go. So I wanted to make it to where it's like you're doing the gyms in that order. So that's the longest, but all the other ones have been a little over an hour. Like this one's probably going to be maybe an hour 45 most. Maybe it could hit the 2-hour marker. It's definitely possible. I wouldn't care if it did, because typically, like if I'm streaming and I'm kind of streaming something blind, I don't care too much. Like I don't want it to be like a waste of time, like a waste of a stream. Ooh, D-Dance. Too bad you're gonna get sent to the Shadow Realm, buddy. Also, Ted's now level 70, so I could probably switch him out from the front. And we can let's put the Houndoom out front. Why not? And with a lot of the battles that we're gonna do today, we might be set in terms of levels. As long as we don't have a situation like we did with the Metagross in the previous stream, I imagine we'll be okay. This is where I wish I had Seed Flare on Houndoom here, because we would be able to just click Seed Flare, Choice Specs onto the Swampert. Does not matter if he has a Sandstorm up, he would just die. But yeah, the hope is that we get onto a new game. I would like to also do Luminescent Blast, something involving a Gen 4 game. Because we did Ultra Sun and Moon recently. We also did Oras, so I don't really want to do a Gen 3 game. I still feel like it's too soon to do Sword and Shield. I don't want to do Generation 9, because I feel like every time I end a Generation 9 series, I start a new one way too soon afterwards. So it's got to be one of the older games. And to be honest, if I'm playing Gen 1 again, I'm probably not doing Let's Go, so I'd have to do Fire Red and Leaf Green. And even then, that may feel a little bit redundant. So I feel like my only option is a Generation 4 game, because that's like one I haven't done recently. It's either that or we do X and Y. Because with Luminescent Platinum, the only thing I'm concerned about is if my PC can handle it, because as you guys can tell, my PC has moments where it struggles. I don't know if you guys caught wind of Free Time Friday yesterday, because of everything going on with the PlayStation servers being down majority of the day. We pretty much couldn't do anything that I had stream yesterday. So I was going to try to play Minecraft on PC, which is something that I've like never done before and would have been a complete noob at. But my PC could not handle me streaming and playing Minecraft at the same time, and it dropped my stream after like, I don't know, like 6 minutes or something like that, which was annoying. So I had to basically rely on playing on my Switch. And I could have plugged in one of the other like retro consoles I got back there, like the Wii U, the Wii, or the PS2. But the only problem that I have with that is that I would have probably unplugged it immediately afterwards, and I just wasn't in the mood to go through all the effort of plugging it in, and then immediately unplugging it. Like, I've done that plenty of times before, and it's not been an issue because, like, that stuff will be planned that, like, oh, we're playing the Shrek racing game, for example. We're playing that for stream, so it's like, I know for the entire week, hey, this is what we're doing. And there you go. But yeah, the Free Time Friday stream yesterday was very, very frustrating. But basically what I'm trying to say is with Luminescent Platinum, I don't know if my PC would be able to handle it with playing the game and streaming it. Because if it couldn't handle Minecraft, then I have a hunch that it's not going to want to handle, or won't be able to handle that, even though I don't know if BDSP on an emulator would be more graphically advanced. I said that poorly, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it would need more power than Minecraft. I don't know. Point is, your boy needs an upgrade, and an upgrade soon. So however he chooses to go about this. There's also, and I've been doing this on my own time, but I don't have an issue with starting over because I think I'm like halfway through, but I know how the game plays for the most part. I have been interested in trying Pokemon Colosseum. I think that would be a good option. So let's say like Luminescent Platinum, we try it and it doesn't work for us. Like, it's just too much power. We can hope that with running Colosseum on Dolphin, of course, we can hope that if it runs okay, that we do a Colosseum like Nuzlocke series. And I wouldn't be against that. I know you can randomize Colosseum, but I think I would rather, because I've never played it before, I probably would just want to play it normal. I wish I had like the physical copy of it, like with the GameCube and everything. But that's a difficult thing to come by, especially now. The GameCube isn't, but getting the game at a reasonable price is. So I don't know. We got still plenty of time. We have, if we actually do end up winning the Heartgold series, we still have quite a few streams left because we're going to be fighting Janine today. There's 3 more gyms after her, and then we have the Elite Four rematches and Red, which were all, the Elite Four rematches and Red are going to be all in the same stream. So that's just going to depend on how the cards fall, we'll say. All right, so Meryl is our first encounter here, and it is technically species because we caught an Azurill way, way, way back in the routes just south of Violet City. So I don't need to catch Meryl because we need to get something that is female or not gendered to pair up with our Bulbasaur. This is an insane pickup, by the way. Probably won't get the chance to use this unless some horrible tragedy happens to my team, pretty much. Because we have the Salamence on our squad. But I'm going to try to yawn here. Now, the last time I'm pretty sure we used the Dragonite in a series was our White to Extreme Randomizer Nuzlocke, and that thing was a pure fire type and had Moxie. But I'm all for a Dragonite here. I'm all for it as long as like we catch it, basically. That's the gist of everything. But if it chooses to, you know, not be caught, then that's just kind of where we have the issue. Because, I mean, maybe I could go into Ursaring and Hammer Arm it. I definitely could. I could also potentially Surf with Pearl, but that's also stab. I think we go into Ted here and we Hammer Arm. Because I think anything else we go into is gonna kill it. Okay, that's pretty respectable damage. And now I'm gonna swap into Pearl. We're gonna Yawn again. And it's not gonna really be able to do too much damage to us. Keeps going for agility, which is okay, because it's not like it's setting up dragon dances or anything like that. No shakes is crazy when you're at yellow HP and asleep. Thank you. Alright, so like I think we just name it Claire. I know it's not the most original name in the world, but I think Claire fits. And I hope it's got a good ability. But it also doesn't necessarily have to be like a broken ability. I just need it to be something that isn't gonna make it worse. We know it doesn't have slow start, because it would have popped up with it. We know it doesn't have Truant either. So I'm curious to see what it has. I'm also curious to see what Bulbasaur has. Not that it matters with Bulbasaur as much, because it still has the ability to evolve twice. So... and I was going to say, because of how we have our boxes, they should be next to each other, which they are. So Onion has Anger Point. Ooh. Quick Feet actually isn't... that's not bad. I don't remember if Quick Feet doubles speed. Boost speed if there's a status problem. So I don't know if this doubles the speed stat or not. I don't know, I want to know how Quick Feet works if you are paralyzed. Like, what does your speed stat turn into? Because I'm pretty sure paralysis cuts your speed by 75%. So if it doubles the speed and also cuts it, it's gonna be some number. I don't know entirely. It's not a bad ability though. An Anger Point, if Venusaur had this, we could run it with physical moves, and it could put in work. As someone in the Scarlet and Violet series who has an Anger Point, Paldean Tauros, that has came in and helped on a few occasions. So I don't know. That's definitely a pair though. Like I said, if something bad happens to Salamence, Salamence and Tyranitar, that's probably what our go-to pair. That's like, in terms of Lovelocke pairings, that's like an A pair, like a grade A pair. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we are going to fly to Lavender Town, and as you can see, we're gonna have about 4 encounters. So 2 different pairs of encounters. On the other side there, We also could see what Suicune is if we were curious. I mean, I'm curious about it, but I don't remember what he was randomized to. Because I know one was is Dialga? Might be Dialga, because I'm pretty sure one was Mewtwo. The other one I couldn't pinpoint what it was, and we caught it was Darkrai. And then Suicune, I think, is Dialga. Something along those lines. And then we know the roaming Latias that's in this game is a Uxie, which we actually haven't came across yet, which is kind of funny. So it'd be what it'd do. It'd be what it'd do. So Route 12, I'm just gonna fish. I might as well, right? And I know we get the Super Rod in this route, actually. There's a little shack that you can get it from. So as long as our encounter is not terrible, I want him back. I want him back. He has returned. As you can tell, we have already caught a Snorlax in this series. Snorlax was the second Mon, actually, that we caught in this series. After we caught... Because we had Jinx as a starter. Flaffy was our first encounter that we caught. And then Snorlax was our second encounter that we caught just north of Cherry Grove. And I've been missing... our Snorlax because I was foolish in how I let him die. In fact, he was actually the first death of the series, believe it or not. And I wanted it back. And I've been saying for a while how I wanted to get the Snorlax back, and we have a chance of bringing him back now. Depends on what he gets paired with and what happens, how the cards fall. I believe we named it Big Daddy. Because that was the name that Wes gave our original Snorlax, so I should have named it Big Daddy 2. But you know what? I'm chilling with this. I think its ability was like... I don't think it had like a good ability, but I don't think it had a terrible ability either. I don't remember. All right, here's what I'm going to say real quick. Friends, I already have an armor fossil. I don't think we uncovered the armor fossil. Now I'm like seriously thinking about it. Which we have a few fossils that we need to uncover, by the way. This was not the ability that we had on our original Snorlax. The original ability, yeah, was Stench. So the fact that we got a neutral nature but huge power on Snorlax? Are you fucking kidding me? I might need to make a big change. Consider, like... We got to consider what he gets paired up with here, which it makes me wonder. If I choose to, because I'm pretty sure the old Amber we have uncovered, I don't think I've went out of my way to get a static encounter for it. Because I think the old Amber was Persian. It was either Persian or Brunette. It was one of those two. I can use this as a token encounter somewhere else. and get something paired up with our Snorlax. Because as much as I like the Ursaring, I really do, I get something... If I get an elite pair, then forget about it. The thing is I'm going to be wanting a water type to get paired with the Snorlax. Because if it gets paired up to a rock type or a dragon type, I'm going to be a little bit miffed about it. But I also don't want it to get paired up with... like, I don't want it to get paired up with a ground either. So that's 4 typings that I can't really afford it to get paired up to. Because if we put Snorlax on the team, we have to replace the Ursaring and Slowbro pair, no matter what. So that's why I'm saying I would like a water type. I would just need it to be primary water for it to be fine. Or it would have to be part water, and it can't be one of the typings that I just mentioned. So dragon, rock, dark, or ground. It can't be any one of those typings, even though I feel like there's not many primary ground types that are also part water. I think they're mostly water, then ground. I don't know. Either way, I think at some point I need to go back to Pewter City and uncover the fossils. And I think what I would do, if it's one that I did already uncover, go get a token encounter somewhere. And I would have to be one that I catch, because like I'm trading it out for a fossil, and fossil's basically a guaranteed encounter. That's the way I'm seeing it anyways. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm not necessarily like hurting for encounters, but like I'm excited for it. And I know I just spent all this time leveling up the Ursaring, but if something happens to Snorlax again, then it's like, okay, we have a backup Mon right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of one of those things too that like I haven't used Ursaring like hardly at all, but I also don't use Snorlax at all either. So like I'm gonna want it, like it's really gonna come down to whatever it gets paired to. Like I said, if it's a water type, like if it's a Krabby, dude, because it would have to be a female Krabby, which means we would get Claudia. But I'd probably need a special attacking water type. So who would I prefer in that situation? If I had to prefer a special attacking water type, who would I want? Walrein. Give me an ice type as well, which could be primary ice. Big thinking emoji. Pedal dance. Okay, that should be... yeah, that does nothing. Chimecho. Finally, we got a quick Lob Pop. Critical hit. That was just not necessary. We are already 22 levels higher, and we're pure power. Like, come on now. And you know what's even more disgusting about if we use that Snorlax is that he already has Belly Drum. So there is a good possibility that we could have a Belly Drum huge running amok. And you know how I feel about the especially like huge power and pure power is like I will take it, especially for the randomized abilities, but I obviously would like more unique, like creative ways of like something that can be just as strong, but like done in a different way, like Life Orb Magic Guard. Like that's a insane combination that I would have never thought about had I not seen someone with a Toga Kiss with Life Orb Magic Guard. Psychic. Gets a special defense drop, which is not ideal. But it's not going to matter. I realistically probably don't need to fight these guys, but I am also fighting them too because money. Because I'm trying to make sure that I am as prepared as I need to be for when we have to fight Red. And before we fight Red, I think one thing I'm gonna want to do is that there's like a special double battle that you can do in the Dragon's Den with your rival against Claire and Lance. I think I'm gonna want to do that battle. Just not a lot of people get to see. But I'm also nervous about it because Lance's levels are his levels for what they would be if you go and fight him for the Elite Four rematch, which is like, I think he brings like 268s and a 75, but because we have the level booster on, I think the 68s with the level boost 13.6, so they go up 14 levels. He would have 82s minimum. And then his ace is a 75, so 7.5, 15. He would have a level 90 ace. And unless he gets like a Smeargle or something like that, that's going to be a problem. He would need to have something like absolutely terrible. Because one thing we're going to definitely have to worry about for when we go to fight the Elite Four rematches and Red is one-hit KO moves. Because especially with Red is going to have an entire team of level 100s. And I know that I could just be like cheeky and Rare Candy my team up to level 100, but I don't think that's necessarily the fairest thing in the world. I think it's already kind of unfair with me Rare Candying up my team members after each gym badge to whatever my highest level in my party actually is. So I would rather, for those, what I got, and hope that I do not get my shit clapped. Because, I mean, we did it in ORAS when we were finishing up our Extreme Randomizer ORAS last month. But we also did get a Nidoqueen with huge power. Or pure power, my bad. If we didn't have Stab knockoff on Dark-type Nidoqueen, can't say we would have beaten Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But you never know. You truly, truly, truly never know. Because I didn't think the last stream we were going to have any issues with battling anybody, and then that Metagross came along and it like walled us really, really bad. So much so I was convinced that we were actually going to get swept. But obviously we're still here now, and we do have a counter to Metagross. A better counter to Metagross, I should say. So we'll, you know, make do with what we got there. So we got a Route 17 encounter, right? So we need to get a Route 18 encounter when that pops up. No. It was Route 12. We're on Route 12, and then it goes 13, 14, and 15. Yeah, those are the... I'm thinking of the bike path routes for whatever reason. My bad. My bad for being a big boy dum-dum. Big old dum-dum. Ring out. Doesn't do that much because we are 20 levels higher. Rapidash. Gengar. I don't think he has Destiny Bond at this level. Oh, but he can get crits, though. Just thank goodness we're that high level, because that would have done ridiculous damage if he was much higher level. Alright, we're going to use our last Hyper Potion, which I'm trying to debate on if... Oh, I didn't even think about looking at the secondary Martin Fuchsia. I guess we'll do that once we get there. We'll do that once we get there. Cacnea. Okay, I should be fine against this, right? Surely. Badoo. Why does he only have level 20s? And a Politoed. This is what I'm saying, though, like, why I put the level booster on and why we do fully evolved stuff. Because, especially for this game, the level balancing is just so off the wall. And even then, like, we're still going to be under-leveled, like I mentioned. Red's going to have a team of 100s. I think the Elite Four rematches... The highest ace of the Elite Four rematches is normally 64. So I think that's going to be 6.4, 12.8, 13. So 77. Which is possible that we will get to that point, because, you know, we're pushing 71 now. We're pushing 71 now. So the Lance battle's still going to be ridiculous. Like, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. But I'm also still looking forward to it. But Nats, let's go Ted. Alright, go for the feint attack. You're dead. Wait, we're in Route 18, Route 18, I'm tired of this. Right, it's switched? Yeah, Route 12. Okay, Route 13. Which means we do get a Super Rod encounter, if we wish. Our encounter, or we could get grass, too. Go to the grass, I should say. If we need cut, I'm not going to the grass. I'll have to get a little bit closer to see if we do need cut or not. I feel like you do, though. There's a part of me that's saying that I need to have cut to access that part of the route. So, if we do, sucks. We don't. That's great. I can. There's a cut tree there. Okay. I'll just get a super rod encounter. I think the super rod encounter is going to be higher leveled anyways. So that could be good, depending on what we encounter. Alright, guard jump. I know you don't learn earthquake by level up, which is a tragedy. That's a tragedy. You beat me with your speed. Yeah. Is Rhyperior is rapid. Alright. So we need to get a female or non-gendered, not normal type. Survey says... Okay, we can't technically catch this because we need a female or a not gendered. So, knowing that there's Sudowoodo in the water, and we don't want to get it paired up to a rock type because we can't use it, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be kind of smart about this. I'm going to surf in the water here. Which it's going to basically... It's going to make it to where the level isn't going to be 48. That's species. That is species. And don't want an Illumise to get paired up with a huge power Snorlax. I could use one of the other rods though. I'm gonna give it one more like just regular surfing encounter. And then I'll use another rod. Okay. Someone's telling me I should have just uncovered a fossil, or one of the fossils, and done it that way, but I'm going to go about it this way. We're just going to try and be hopeful, because I don't want to pair it up with the Sudowoodo. Not that Sudowoodo is not as bad as people make it out to be. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just like I said, I already have Tyranitar, and I don't need another rock type. So please, pretty please. Ooh. This could be amazing. We definitely don't have this type on our team anymore because of the Magnezone being gone now. But we also don't have too many electric types in our box either. So this could cook. This could be very good. Again, it comes down to decision making, really. Why is he not shaking? I don't think I have a Manectric already, and if I do, I'll have a second one. I don't know if I have a Manectric or not. I feel like I do. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I feel like I do. But I already caught the Electrike, and I honestly don't mind. Because like I said, I'm pairing a huge power Snorlax with this. Like, that's pretty damn good. That's pretty damn good. Do you agree? Because I know I do. It's either that or I pair it with an Illumise or a Sudowoodo. So, we gotta pick our battles here, guys. We gotta pick our battles. Alright, you are already level 70, so let's let... You know what? We haven't really seen Godzilla out in front since we've gone to Kanto. Godzilla has had some shine coming into like gym battles and all that, but not so much like actually like fighting the trainers at Kanto. That's usually been Diana's thing, is that Diana just goes through and she kills everything in front of her because she has a choice band. Oh. Okay. Salamence. Okay, so Crunch should one-shot Luminion, I would imagine. And then I think a Stab Strength may one-shot Suicune? We got a crit. I have no idea if that mattered or not. I know Suicune's moveset is kind of terrible. It didn't one-shot. I mean, we didn't get a buff. It was just stab. So, it be what it be. But luckily, we didn't have to worry about the Suicune all too much. Give me a call if you think of anything. Okay. I think lots of things. Would you like to fight my pack of Pikachu? Oh, I forgot this trainer. There's trainers like these in this route. So it's going to have a team of 6, but they're all going to be randomized. And he's got a Sceptile. Alright. We outspeed because we're almost double his level, so. Meganium. I love Meganium so much. Because I know nothing with Legends EA. I haven't really been keeping up with the rumor mill and what people are saying. Obviously, I would love new Mega Evolutions. I think that's kind of a given. Especially with them bringing Mega Evolutions. Well, with them being in Kalos, so they're bringing Mega Evolution back. I imagine there's going to be new Megas. But not only that, I hope that they do the same thing or a similar thing they did with Legends Arceus, and they choose starters not native to Kalos. So like Froakie, Chespin, Fennekin, I don't want them to be the starter options for the game. I want them to pull stuff from different regions. So like Chikorita to me would be cool for the grass. I would like to see Litten. And for water, maybe Totodile? No, because if you do Chikorita, then you don't want to do another Gen 2. You don't need to do Generation 1. You don't need to do Gen 3 either. I feel like Gen 4 was already kind of highlighted with Legends Arceus. So you don't want Gen 4 either. Maybe Popplio? Maybe Popplio? I don't know. I think the one thing, though, that I've noticed, especially, like, because I like to keep track of, like, the random things involved with me in Pokemon. So I, like, have all of my, like, team members that I went through my first run through a game with, all in a box, in boxes in Pokemon Home. I noticed that, especially with the newer generations, that I have been doing, I want to use all the starters at the same time, but I feel like it would be a lot more fun, and you get more runs out of it if you choose your starter, stick with them, and then like your other runs, you can pick the other starters and see how it goes. Like, as much as I love what my Scarlet and Violet team was, I feel like it would have been more fun, maybe more entertaining if I got to use a different grass type or a different water type that were still like native to Paldea. But it was, something different. Cop Wellington's got a Zapdos, level 35. So that's kind of what I'm hoping with Legends ZA. I think if I'm going to go based off of what I expect with that game, Okay, this thing is level 78. I wish I had an answer as to why. And it has Hydro Pump. Well, then. I think I only really have two options here because Godzilla's weak to water, Rhyperior's quad weak to water, Blue Flame's weak to water. I know this thing does have a chance of having Aurora Beam. I just don't know, because it's a Stone Evo, if it actually has Aurora Beam or not. Because if it has Aurora Beam, then I don't go to Salamence either. And my only option really is Pearl. And I think that's what I have to do here, because it's not going to have like Shadow Ball or anything like that. It also has Muddy Water. So yeah, I think it definitely learns moves, like level up moves in this game. Which I understand, like, the thought process of why they did that years ago. Because, like, it added an element of, like, challenge to the game. But, like, looking at modern Pokemon now, like, they done did away with that. And my thing is, if this... Well, no, it has Muddy Water. Oh my god, it's doing a lot of damage. We're not going to do a lot to it. Actually, you know what? That did more damage than I thought it would do. I remember we had an instance in the Viridian Forest. This is what it feels like right now. Which, if it's 78, that means it would have had to been... What, normally? $60... It had to be 60-something. So it was either... Probably 64 or 65. 64, 6.4... 12.8, 13. No, 64 would be 77. So no, they had whatever he had was 65. So I have no idea what he would have had. I mean, I'm glad we got through that. Hariyama. Okay, I don't think he has another mon that high leveled. I hope not. Let's go Diana, just on the off chance he does. Because if it was set, I think a Choice Band Fly would still kill. No, it's back down to 35. That's so odd. That is an odd team. That is an odd team. That's very weird. Anyways, back to what we were saying about Legend ZA. I'm trying to kind of like wrap my brain around it, especially because I don't know when it's going to drop. A lot of people are saying it's going to drop when the Switch 2 drops. I would be for it. I would be ecstatic if that's the case. I mean, the crazy thing is that I don't know, given my current situation, I don't know if I'd be able to get the Switch 2 on launch. Like, if it's coming out... Because everyone's speculating it's coming out in June. If that is the case, I don't know if I would be able to get the Switch day one launch. And that would suck. I would have to really do a good job of staying, like, spoiler-free. Unless I don't, like, care about it, like, that much. But I feel like a lot of the time, especially as a content creator, especially with these games, I like to keep it blind as best as I can to get my like real reaction. That's why I feel like with Scarlet and Violet, I did a really good job with that, and it was one of my favorite Let's Plays that I've gotten to do for day one title release on the channel, which I haven't done many because I didn't do Sword and Shield. I played Sword and Shield like on my own time. The first one would have been Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and that was fun. That was fun. Then we did Legends Arceus, which we tried to do a Nuzlocke of Legends Arceus. And it was like a good idea, but terrible. Try to do a Legends Arceus Nuzlocke. That's another game that I actually have considered doing a series of, potentially even a live stream series of, but only being able to use Hisuian Pokemon. So like you get the starters, like Ursaluna, Hisuian Lilligant, Enamorus, like any Pokemon that debuted in Legends Arceus, I would be allowed to use, which isn't many, but like I did the same thing with the Galarian forms in Sword and Shield, and that was one of my like best performing series from last year. And while the Nuzlocke for Sword and Shield was probably easier, or probably will be easier than Legends Arceus, there's a lot of grinding that goes into Legends Arceus as well. So I definitely have a couple of ideas lined up. I have also thought about just doing another Shining Pearl series, but maybe doing a co-op series with Drakester and seeing how that goes. But I have an idea of what I want to do for that series as well, because I've done Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I did the Let's Play, like I mentioned earlier, but I also did a Egglock Master Mode where I basically put in the eggs, but they weren't really eggs. They were like Pokemon that I hatched from eggs to put into the game, and like legendaries just had to be whatever level they were because I wasn't gonna go in and hack their level down. Like I was just going in with the level that they were at. And that series was kind of fun to do. No, I shouldn't say kind of fun. It was fun to do. It was just tricky because of the trade, obeying from trade stuff. And that's kind of always the issue, especially playing those games. So you kind of need to just be careful with that. But I know Drake has struggled. He started doing a Shining Pearl, and he never finished it. So I would like to just maybe help him get off his feet and do a series with him like that. And maybe if it's a live stream series, it doesn't like matter as much. It matters, but like if we choose to do a competitive series against one another, whatever it may be. So it'd be similar to like what we're doing with Mr. Brown and Scarlet and Violet, but Drake, I know, has a little bit more Pokemon knowledge. He'd probably be down for it. I don't know if we maybe do like something like a rival lock or a cage lock. A cage lock would be fun, actually. But the idea that I have for that, I don't know if a cage lock would be as fun as I think it would be. Maybe it would. You never know. All right, so there's the Suicune. The Suicune's cry. But, he will now be at the Cape of, not below, above Cerulean City. So considering we have, like, nothing really between us fighting Janine and us going to fight Sabrina, maybe what I might do is I might go what Suicune is and maybe what the Lugia is. Because as much as I would love to go and see what Lugia is with the comfort of a Master Ball, it's going to be hard to get another free Master Ball. The fact that we got a free Master Ball to begin with is already crazy. Like, I know you got given one in the story, but, like, I'm talking about, like, actually finding one on the ground. But I got really sidetracked because I was talking about Legends ZA. So what I want from Legends ZA mainly is I mainly want the battling mechanic to be fixed. And what I mean by that is in Legends Arceus, their battle system to me was a bit broken. And in some ways it wasn't the most fun. Because if I'm going for a move, if I'm going for an agile style move with the intention of doing less damage, but it gives me another turn, and it actually says in the turn order that I get another turn, then I should get another turn. But there were plenty of times when I was playing that game where it would say that I do get a chance at a second turn because I went for an agile style move. And if I killed something, the turn order like went all out of whack. So it's like I would like that to be like fixed. Like if I go for the agile style move and I'm supposed to get a second turn afterwards and I don't get a second turn afterwards, like what is the point of me handicapping myself to do less damage if I'm not going to get the chance to get my second turn? Because you can do a little bit of a combo of, okay, I'm going to go for an agile style move to do less damage, but I get a second turn, and I go for strong style, which will give them a chance to, you know, move 2 turns in a row. I don't know. I do also need to just play Legends Arceus again to get the feel of it. Like I said, I would like to do the Nuzlocke with, like I said, Hisuian Pokemon only. So getting the chance to use an Ursaluna would be fun. Enamorus, Hisuian's Rourke. There's a lot of good Hisuian forms. I don't know how it would play out, especially against like the alphas. Because I know when we lost our Nuzlocke of Legends Arceus, we lost. Technically, we lost against Melly. I think his name was Melly. It was the dude who looked like a girl because he had the long purple hair, was wearing the beanie, and it was like the guardian or whatever of like the Electrode. That guy. And I'm pretty sure that's where we officially lost our Nuzlocke. But like I remember, I don't know. I just think the battling system for that game was a little bit wonky, and that's what I'm hopeful for with Legends ZA, is that the battle system, if they choose to keep it similar to that it's updated and better. What I also expect with Legends ZA is that I feel like it's not going to be as like caveman-y as Legends Arceus. And what I mean, like, y'all, you gotta craft Pokeballs and whatnot. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit more modern, but it's still gonna take place in past Kalos. And I think it's gonna... I don't think it's gonna necessarily take place during the time of the Pokemon War, but I could see that being the timeline that they choose to be in. Because I don't know how far back Legends Arceus takes place, especially with the characters of what's his name? He's one of the like battle subway bosses in Unova. Ingo, I think it's who it is. Ingo. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that, but I am very much curious. And very much looking forward to it as well. Should say that. I just think my biggest concern is I don't want them to release too many titles in a short time frame. So what I mean by that is with BDSP, they released BDSP in like October-ish of 2021. And then they released Legends Arceus in February, I believe. So that's 4 months there. Is this a new route? Yeah. So I can't get an encounter in Route 14. That kind of sucks because I don't have cut. So try to make do with what we got here. Ooh, that could... That could be very good. I love me a Gastrodon. One weakness? Quit playing with me. It's got a super effective hidden power, so it could be Dark, Ghost, Bug, Electric, or Grass. So we're going to go ahead and yawn. Okay, so it's got Rain Dance, so the snow is going to go away, so it's not going to hurt itself anymore, which is actually pretty good for us. I should probably also buy some more Ultra Balls. Do go to see what Lugia is, and it's like a duplicate of something I already have. That's going to suck. But we also haven't encountered anything with Lugia's music in this game. So it'll be interesting to figure out. And we're going to go ahead and name this boy Kyle, because we always name our male Gastrodons Kyle. Kyle is a legend from my Sword and Shield days. I don't know why either this was the case, but when Sword and Shield came out, for whatever reason, I could not find a water type from Galar that I wanted to use. And so I was like, okay, I'm catching Gastrodon. I think it was because of how it looked in the overworld in Sword and Shield. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to use Shellos. And it was the blue, and it's the blue Shellos, which is my preferred one. But I caught it, and I named it Kyle. I think my roommate actually named it Kyle. And that thing just kept getting me out of any difficult battle in that game. And he was a legend. He was a legend. I remember doing some Wi-Fi battles too with him. Like I said, my roommate played the game as well, and a couple of other people like on our floor also played the game. So we would do a couple Wi-Fi battles against each other, and I'd bring Gastrodon because Gastrodon has one weakness. You know, why not? And it would always, just put in work. So every time I see a Gastrodon, I gotta name it Kyle. As long as it's male. Otherwise, if it's female, I name it Cindy. Alright, T-Tar out from the front because it's just running low on PP. And we're almost done with battling all the trainers here. We still have to go jump over the ledge and go through the other part of the route. Fight the other trainers that we didn't fight. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Legends ZA. I just hope like we don't get a rushed title release too soon afterwards, because I feel like a lot of people were upset with the production of BDSP, and I think one thing that was a part of that was how soon they released Legends Arceus. That's just what I think. It could just be sheer coincidence, but I don't know. The fact that Frostlass outsped everybody here is insane. That is absolutely insane. Because Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet released in the same calendar year. Which is weird to think about. Because I know Scarlet and Violet was released in 2022, and I remember that, but like, Legends Arceus was released that same year. It's odd to think about. And it's actually more odd to think about that Scarlet and Violet are like 2.5 years old now. And that Regice. Boom. Could you imagine if I like threw the Lucky Egg onto? I'd be getting double the amount of experience. And or maybe it's 1.5 times. Maybe it's not double. Either way, I'd be getting a crap ton more experience than I already am. Alright, for it. I'll be curious to see if any of the boys are on after I finish streaming. Because like I said, our Free Time Friday stream kind of got screwed over yesterday because of the fact that PlayStation servers were down. And they're doing something right now. But even then, I came home from work and I was like contemplating whether I was going to stream right away because people were in the call. And I was like, okay, I'm going to join them. And then as soon as I sit down to, get ready to go and join them, no one's there. I'm like, oh, how convenient is that? So now that I'm streaming, I guarantee you everyone's going to be like, oh, yeah, we've been here for a while. And it's like, really now? That happened the other day, where, what was it? Adam, the gamer Adam, was like typing something to Dante, because Dante said something about how he was going to join up when, he was going to join up soon or something like that. Or he said like, let me know when you're in the chat. Like, and I remember I was in call by myself for like maybe like 20 minutes. Waiting for someone to just kind of like show up or whatever. And I was like, all right, no one's going to show up. So I got off and I didn't plan on playing games for the night because I was like, I could find something to play. But also like, I just don't want to sit in the chat by myself and just twiddle my thumbs to find something to do. So I was like, okay, I'll just get off for games from the night. And like within 5 minutes of me leaving chat, is when Adam decides to say, dude, I've been waiting for you this entire time, to Dante. Fuck, you weren't? Alright, let's see what this item is. A power belt, okay. So nothing really that useful. That's for EV training, which we don't plan on EV training anybody. The EV training we're doing is just battling the people that we're battling right now. Basically. Oh my god, we did not kill with a fire punch? Expert belt boosted it? That's insane. Especially considering Tyranitar's physical attack is like... Yeah, 226? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous that we did not kill. And then Electrode is fast as all hell. So yeah, he's 100% outspeed no matter what. Base 150 speed. That's stupid. Stupid how fast he is, but it also feels bad because he's so terrible. He's so terrible. Him and Regieleki are like cut from the same cloth. I mean, Regieleki has a little bit better special attack, and obviously it's got more speed, but it's their level up learn sets, man. They're so bad. That's why Hisuian Electrode, I've not used before, but I know it's better. I know it's better. Alright, any more? I don't think so. Okay, so we will go ahead and fly back to Fuchsia. I think there's a pond we can fish in. I think there's a pond we can fish in for an encounter. Which is Gastrodon water ground or ground water? I think it's water ground. I think it's water ground. Which actually, wait. No, we got something that paired up with Snorlax. Never mind. I was going to say, didn't we need to pair something up with Snorlax? No, I'm just tweaking. It's been a long day. I'm very tired. It's going to probably be a longer day tomorrow, especially with it being Super Bowl Sunday. Alright, I'm going to take a look at what our Gastrodon... Oh no, it has Snow Warning. I was going to say, what his ability is. I guess we could check its nature. And if it's holding an item... It's holding a full heal. Relaxed natured. Actually, that's pretty good. Because Gastrodon is slow. And it boosts its physical defense. No, that's actually a pretty good nature for it. Battle armor. You have a lowered speed nature, which sucks. But I'm curious to see if I was right about having a Manectric. No. No, I was right. It was in that box with the Gorbis. That's crazy that they're right next to each other like this. Oh, it has Umberton. That could be clutch, believe it or not. Especially with us having a down in speed nature, if we do randomize to having Unburden as our ability, I could just give it berries. Could just give it like a berry to hold, like a citrus or something like that. Could be good. It could be good. Especially if I have a randomized Ice Beam TM and randomized Seed Flare TM. That thing might be broken. All right, so there is a body of water here. So we're going to go ahead and get our encounter here. So we need to hope that it is not water and not male. Bro, you gave me 1.5 seconds to press the A button. All right, let's see what it is. Hopefully something, doesn't have to be anything broken, just something decent. Can't use it because it is a male. But there should be a couple of couple possible encounters because of the super rod. Which, if we get Aggron, is it primary steel or primary rock? I would not be against a Crobat. I'm just saying. I am just saying. And if you think about it, a lot of Crobat's weaknesses get kind of counteracted by Gastrodon's typing. And then Gastrodon's only weakness gets counteracted by Crobat. Okay, really? So you're gonna poison me. And then you're gonna mean look. Fuck out of my face. First encounter, because it was male, we need it to be female. Which I don't think we've caught a Zubat or a Golbat yet. And if we have, I'm just going to take the Crobat. I'm actually okay with either of the things in this water so far. I'm okay with either of them. They are making these decisions so much more difficult for me, man. Oh my goodness. They are making these decisions so much harder. Oh, that was a terrible switch. Jesus. Okay. So a crit got me down to what, 101? So I did 122 points of damage. So we should live another one as long as he doesn't crit me again. If you crit me again, I'm gonna be pissed. And you get Spara. Nice. But I don't care. I got a Porygon 2? You kidding me? With a better paired Mon than a why not? We got options. Huge power Snorlax? Options. Porygon 2, which we don't know Porygon Z's ability. We don't know. We actually don't know what Porygon 2's ability is either. I'm going to throw an Ultra Ball at it. Hopefully we catch it. Let's go. Ooh, man, I'm so excited. What's funny is that we probably have, and this is totally biased, by the way, we have potentially what is a better pair than Slowbro and Ursaring. Just saying. Just saying. And you know what's nice? As long as Porygon Z doesn't have a dog shit ability, if Porygon 2's ability is terrible, we could just evolve it, because we have a Dubious Disc. We got options. We got options. Obviously, if you don't know why I'm geeking out, Porygon Z is my favorite Pokemon ever. But I love the entire Porygon line so much. And even though this is the generation before the Eviolite, it's still pretty cracked. It is still pretty cracked. Ooh, okay. So it's got a nothing ability. That's the best way we can say it, is it's got an ability that doesn't hurt it, but it doesn't really help. I think what we do, and it's kind of similar with like Snorlax here, I think we leave it as a backup for right now because we don't know entirely what is going to be ahead of us. Luckily, that's a pair that doesn't affect multiple pairs on our team. It's literally normal water, and we have a normal water pair on our team. So as long as if we need to do our replacement, it's only going to affect one pair. Same thing with Snorlax and Electrike. That's going to affect one pair. Keep that as a backup, because that's a good backup. Because for the longest time, I've wanted to use the Porygon that we've had for a while. It's just paired up with a Wynot. And Wobbuffet is okay if it's used correctly. But it's one of those things, as a player using Wobbuffet, it's really hard to use because he's got one niche and one niche only. You take that away from him, he's terrible. So like randomized moves on Wobbuffet literally makes him, practically useless. But you keep the movesets normal, and you get him a decent enough ability. He's still as dangerous as he typically is. All right, let's go ahead and check out our secondary mart here. Toxic Orb, Soda Pop, Heal Powder. I don't know if I have a Toxic... Oh, I have two. Never mind. Soda Pop we don't need. Heal Powder I don't think we need either. I think what we do is we still try not to buy too many full restores. I think we want to save full restores until Elite Four and when we have to go and fight Red. So I'm completely out of those. I think we have 20 full restores left. Rough estimate. Rough estimates. And now we're going to go fight Janine. Which this is going to be probably one of the easier gyms we have to do in the Kanto. I know normally she's a bit of a cakewalk, I should say. I don't think her ace is that high either. Definitely won't be as high as Erica's. Can I battle you immediately, or do I have to go all the way around to battle that one? Like, I gotta go all the way around, yeah. I think you're the first. Alright, what do we got? Azelf? Alright, this is literally free. Free experience. Easy KO. Oh dear, I wanted to win. Well, let's look at it this way. If he had Focus Blast... if he had Focus Blast... Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot. You could have gotten away with it. If he had all that and Speed Boost, you would have gotten away with it. Oh my god, you double team one time, and I miss immediately. This is insane. How much you want to bet Crunch just kills too? How much you want to bet? So I wasted 4 rock slides for nothing, basically. Good job. So I think the one that's like directly below us is the real one, and then the one that was off to the left there is an imposter. If I remember correctly. Alright, Rayquaza, I'm not worried about this guy. This guy don't scare me. If he was my level, then he would kind of scare me, but even then, not really. Dugong. Let's go Ted. Go ahead and go for the Hammer Arm. For it, I'm just going to stay in. It's going to outspeed me anyways. I went for a Sucker Punch. Yeah, that's fine. Just get him out. Critical hit was not necessary. Maybe if the levels were like flipped and like he was 72 and I was 49, maybe the crit would have mattered. But I had an expert belt, so excuse me. What the scam? And a Mew. Anything that has the capability of transforming is scary. Imposter's not an ability in this game. I think it came out in Gen 5. So... Oh, come on, we were at the last fucking battle. We were at the last... We needed one more battle. And we hit a graphical glitch. Irritating. That's just like minor inconvenience though. It's not like... It's just something that's common with these games. With these ROMs, I should say. Doesn't happen with any of the other ones, which is quite bizarre when you think about it. Let's go ahead and reset. And like I said, luckily we are, you know, right here. So it's literally just this one battle, which I don't want to completely overlook it, but I think this is going to be okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Dudley. Servant Dudley has Chimecho. Okay, 56 is the lead. If I have a hunch that my smoke detector is about to go off, I'm going to have to mute. Alright, Crunch is gonna kill you. Golem is gonna come out. Let Pearl have some shine. Level 60, so this could be the ace. Like I said, her battle is pretty mediocre for a Kanto gym leader. She's probably the easiest one to beat. Alright, so obviously Surf is going to take you out. Venusaur is going to come out. Let's let the Houndoom handle this. Houndoom, I think when it, you know, got the 3D model, its shiny kind of like went worse, but like it looks better, I would say, in Generation 4 graphics. I don't know how shiny Houndoom looks in Gen 3 or Gen 2 for that matter, but like the blue at least pops. It at least shows that it's different. Because there's a lot of shinies that their shinies don't look different at all. Alright, so 56 for Slacking. Obviously, we know it has Mold Breaker. We are expecting the Flamethrower, so I'm confident this should one-shot. Wow. I was saying that mainly because Slacking has not like I think his worst stat is literally special defense. It's either that or his special attack. But his special defense is not good. He's got pretty good physical bulk. I don't think it's base one. Speed's 100, attacks like 140? It's either 140 or no, it's not 160. I think it's 140. HP is probably 160. That's what I'm probably going to mix up with. Togekiss. Let's let Rhyperior have a chance. $53. Yeah, this was... That's actually going to do a lot. But obviously we're pure power, so this should kill, unless it's focus sashed. Alright, your last mon, what is it? I think I was saying this in a previous stream. I thought he got superpower by level, and maybe he does in a future generation, but not in this game. I don't think he's going to have Psycho Boost at this level. Psychic, though. May do have? Not even? Because that's attack form, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's attack form, because speed form has like the... He's got a little bit of a pointier head. Like longer pointier head. And it's terrible. Alright, so... That was easy. Double kick, really? Alright, so that is our 13th badge? Yeah. Because she's gym number 5 with Kanto, so we are 13 badges through this game. 3 more left. 4 more streams total if we do, in fact, have a chance of beating this series. I honestly think the most challenging gym, because I think Sabrina's probably going to be pretty easy as well. I don't know. Because I think our ace normally is 56. So 56, 5.6, 11.2. So 67. 67 would be her ace? Because I think it's the same ace level as Erica. I have no idea. I think what I might do, I think once we get to the point where we beat Blue, if we beat Blue, but when we get to that point, I'll stop doing like the rare candying up to whatever my highest level in my team is. Which will obviously be for the last stream, but I say that because there's what? Like a couple routes worth of trainers left that we can fight in Kanto before we have to go and beat the Elite Four again. I'm gonna have to space things out because I think I said next stream I'm gonna want to uncover what my fossils are, go see what Suicune is, and then also see what Lugia is potentially. Because the Lugia is going to be level 84, whatever it's randomized to. So hopefully it is something that is relatively easy to catch. And it's something that we could use, something that we already don't, like, we don't already have. I'm still under the suspicion that Suicune is Dialga. So if it is Dialga, we'll try to catch it. And then obviously if Lugia is something that's too hard for us to catch, we'll not bother with it. It would just be nice, especially for the red battle, mainly. But yeah, that's going to wrap up stream here today. If you guys did enjoy it, would be greatly appreciated. I'm thinking we'll probably be back with another Heartgold stream on Monday. Probably middle of the day Monday. And realistically, we could finish the series next week. Because there's, like I said, there's 4 streams left, so I could do one Monday. I'll probably do one Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then the finale might be next Saturday. We'll see. We'll see how things line up. But yeah, if you enjoyed, hit the like button down below. Subscribe. It's free. I would very much appreciate it. And if you don't enjoy other content that I do, like I said, I have other Pokemon series that we do. We're doing a Rejuvenation series, and we're also doing a co-op series with Mr. Brown and Scarlet and Violet. We have other games that we like to play, like Fortnite. We have playlists for a bunch of varieties of games on the channel. If you want to check any of those out, you are more than welcome to. Like I said, if you don't enjoy the content, you can cancel at any time. It's literally free. Just saying. Either way, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on Monday for some more Heartgold. Peace out.